exciting day for me. Picked up this Char-griller Akorn Kamado cooker from Lowe's, only $2.99. It's supposed to be pretty good compared to a Big Green Egg or a Vision Kamado cooker. But it's got lots of 5-star reviews on it, so I figured why not? You know, my budget's kind of tight, so I can't drop $1,000 like some people on Big Green Egg or any other kind of Kamado cooker that's a ceramic. This one is stainless steel on the outside, and it's painted steel on the outside, not stainless, and it's coated in ceramic on the inside. This is what I've been using, is this Char-griller Pro with a side fire box. It's getting a little rusty. It's a couple of years old, but I think I'm gonna just get rid of this thing because you know people do mods on them, and you know that to keep the temp under control. And this thing's about pretty useless. So you have to use a remote probe type thermometer, but you know it's got lots of grilling space, and I may just throw it on Craigslist for like $80 or something for the whole thing. And somebody else who wants to get into smoking meats can have the headache of keeping the temp maintained. And you can see I even did mods to it with the vents, and I got rid of the stock pan and used the vegetable tray for my wood to help airflow. I mean, it's just a lot of fluctuation, and with the Kamado cooker, you really don't have to add wood or anything. You just pile up as much charcoal as you think you're going to use with some wood chunks and go from there. You don't ever add wood to it. The only thing you do is control the top and bottom vent. I'll get back to you shortly after I have this thing assembled. Alright guys, here's the Kamado all assembled. I've already doing the curing process on it. I'm going to have to sit here and play with the vents and stuff, but I got a little smoke coming out the top. And also, I know these aren't very reliable. It's sitting about 300 right now. Open this thing up. You see there's no fire, but the coals are going now because I used some starter sticks in it. And I've coated the grate completely in vegetable oil after I washed it. And so now I'm just curing this thing, getting it ready for some regular smokes. But yeah, I got the damper set kind of wide right now. It says I'm supposed to have this thing at 400, so I'm kind of monitoring getting the temperature up to 400 but not too high. Anyways, it assembled pretty well. I took a little bit longer than most people do to put it together, just because I wanted to make sure that I had good seals and I didn't miss any bolts. And even the manufacturer's bolts, I went back and tightened them all up real good. Anyways, I'm also enjoying a homebrewed pumpkin ale, trying to get rid of this stuff. Had it since October. Still pretty good, man. It tastes great. It's really clear stuff. Still got a good head on it. And anyways, I think I'm gonna get rid of this guy and start using this guy. But I'm gonna open the damper up more to get some fresh air to the coals for now. I guess I'll open this up all the way, see if we can get this temperature up. But it's gonna take me a while to get the hang of setting these. But the shells are cool. I mean, little folding shells. You can just folds up and hang all your utensils and stuff here. Little hooks. And it came with a little grate lifter, which is cool. You know, if you want to lift your grate. So, but yeah, I will be doing a smoke on something here soon, and we'll see how it performs. Anyways, just wanted to share this with you. I don't want to bore you too much. Figured I'd do another homebrew video here soon for beer, and do my first official barbecue video. I know I didn't do any with my smoker. Sorry about that, but just never was in the right moment, right time to do it. But hopefully with this I can play with it and get some good smoking videos out. So I'm in the curing process, like I said. I'm keeping this thing's sitting right at 400 like I need it to. I barely got the vent open at all, and the damper is sitting at a low and slow setting. I think with these, if you once you get the temp up too high, which I did it on purpose for the curing process, but once you get the temp up to a certain degree, it'll hold that temp as long as you don't have this damper open too high, and you keep the bottom just allowing enough air to come in. But it's been holding at this 400 mark on this temperature gauge for the last 15 minutes. So I think if I leave it like this, when I start to do my low and slow cooks, this thing will not fluctuate at all very much. It's holding temp very well. I read that that there's been issues where in the previous models that they had a problem with this thing leaking a lot and there's smoke coming out around it, but they've obviously fixed that because they actually have a little rubber gasket that goes around the top of this thing now. The bottom ash pan has a heat gasket. It's sealed with a little heat gasket on it, so when you take it down and empty your ashes, put it back, it's got a nice little seal from that. There is no smoke leakage on this thing at all. I'm pretty happy with its performance so far, just curing it. I think when I do my briskets and my pulled pork and other types of low and slow cooks, I'm going to be very satisfied with this thing. Just the longevity of it will be the real thing, the real question. But I'm going to keep this thing in my garage, not out in the elements, so it should last me a really long time. $300 well spent, I believe. But we will see when I start doing my meats, you know, my briskets and such, how well this thing performs. But I'm very impressed at this point at how well it's just, I mean, it's staying right around the 400 mark, so you can't beat that.